Aristotle to APJ Abdul Kalam sir, every famous personality has time again stressed the importance of education in our lives. While some of us have easy access to education, and there is a section of people who face many hardships to get educated. Welcome to Sambhashana. I am Neelima Somashekar. In this episode of Changemakers today, I would like to introduce one such personality who leads a passionate life to educate underprivileged children who do not have access to schooling. For the last 8 years, she has been working diligently to educate migrant laborers' children through her Charitable Trust Koshish Foundation along with her husband, Mr. Sanjeev Kapoor. She is also an author who has published 3 books. On the education front, she is a multiple degree holder and has worked with credible universities across India before starting her own NGO. Her work has been featured across leading publications, and I'm glad to present Dr. Iffat Faridi, the educationist, author, and social worker. Dr. Iffat, it's such a pleasure to have you on Sambhashana and understand the kind of work that you have been doing.
Thank you very much, Neelima. And I'm very grateful to you that you invited me for this talk, because this topic is very close to my heart. This is my life.
I know, I thought that's the reason you're so passionate about what you do. Before we, get on to our Sambhashana, I would like to take a look or kind of showcase the work that you have been doing.
Sure.
Yeah. Dr. Iffat, what made you start this foundation that is, working for the underprivileged children, especially from the migrant laborers?
Yeah, actually, from the very beginning, from my school days, I had the tendency of, helping children, teaching them, and whoever I see is a needy person, I used to help them. But and this work, then I was busy in my studies and all. Then I came to Delhi and I was working there. So I joined a few NGOs there. Okay, when I came to Bangalore, when we talk about this organization I'm running now, actually, it just happened. You will be surprised to know that it is a story, in the background a story that I was staying in Delhi. I was working there with Saudi Embassy as a student coordinator. Then my mom, she got very sick, terminally sick. She was in coma.
Okay.
Yeah, and she was in so much of pain and all. So we went through all that, So I was very disturbed, and then I could not stay. When she passed away, I could not stay in Delhi, and I left my job also because I could not work. I was in a shock, So I just got a job in Bangalore, and I moved to Bangalore, and I started my work. I joined an institute and I was working there. And then after 1 year, I left my job also because I could not focus. I was still in shock and depression, whatever you call it. Then I left my job. Then I joined a gym, nearby gym. So every day I go to gym, I see some children playing on the street,
Yeah.
Yeah. So slowly every day they will see me coming and going. So they started waving at me, hello, hello, how are you? And then I will also respond. So they will, when I go to gym, they will wait for me, when I come back, and I will spend some time with them. I will make their movies and pictures. And so we became friends, Then one day I asked them, which school do you go? Where's your school? They said, School Illa. So I said, you don't go to school? You want to study? They said, yes, yes. Immediately I went to the stationery shop. I brought many books and colorful books and slates, everything. And I started teaching them like behind on the footpath only, So many children came and they started, studying with me. When there were more than 13, 14 children, I took permission from my apartment building and I started teaching them inside the building. Then I told them that you will have to go to school now. So they were very scared. They said, no, no, we will not go to school. We will study with you only because in school teachers will beat us.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
I said, nobody will beat you. I will take you. You don't go to school. Just come with me, see the school, just have a look, and then you decide. So I took them to school, and they had just looked around. They talked to the principal, and then they said, okay, we will think about it. And I would just cross my fingers that what they will decide. But I was not pressurizing them.
Yes.
Yeah. So then they decided, okay, we'll go to school. And then they were admitted, and I arranged one auto rickshaw. I arranged one tuition teacher, and whatever resources they need, I provided. Then they started going to school. Now, after 8 years, 3 girls are in BA second year.
Wow.
In Indian Academy, and other children, 4 children are class 8. Some are in PUC in different classes. Okay. And now more than 40 children have joined, and all they are doing well. And this is the story.
Wow. Thank you so much for sharing such an inspiring, and yes, with the kind of pain that you have gone through. Thank you so much for sharing that. And it's such an inspiring saying that it just, when you wanted to do something, it could not be a larger scale, but even when you want to say that you pick up children from the streets and then you make, that's called the impact, and where you can start working with these children, right? I know this is such a genuine, story that is coming across directly from our neighborhood.
And slowly I just forgot my own pain, I came out of it.
Yes. And doctor, when you start working on this problem, did you have, or did you foresee that there is a larger problem in the society that you would want to work, or it's just that you just happened to see these kids and you started working? How was the thought process that you, when you were going through this journey?
Yeah, actually, I have done PhD in special education.
Okay.
So I'm a student of education only, and I think that application of my knowledge is very important. That's why when I was in Delhi, I was working with NGOs. I used to go to orphanages. I used to teach the girls and spend time with them, guiding them. And so that is the application part of the, my knowledge. So I feel that in place of writing papers, and all, papers are also very important, but for me, practical work was more, I used to enjoy, and I like practical work, like this. So
is there a particular section of the problem in the education field for these laborers that you wanted to solve? Apart from providing education?
There's not one problem, their lives are full of problems. Their lives are so difficult, and people think that they are used to of these difficulties. It's not like this, because I can see from their life from close, closely. I watch, I observe their lives, and I really feel so guilty that my life and their life, why there is so much of disparity in the society. The disparity in the society is huge. Even my children, they don't have even electricity facility, they don't have water facility, they don't have toilet facilities, where they live, and they cannot do anything. They want to stay in villages. They love to be in village, but in village there is no work for their parents. So they have to move to big cities, and big cities, they don't have the facilities, and they have to earn money. So this is the basic problem, that if villages are developed, what was the dream of Mahatma Gandhi ji, that all the villages should be developed. If the villages are developed, they have facilities, they have employment, these children, they will not come to the cities.
Right.
They love their village.
Yeah.
But when they are here, now their parents are working at one side, suppose when the work is finished, they have to move to another side,
Yes.
like this. So what about the children?
Right.
How they will continue the same school?
Yes, yes.
And so many, I know it is very disturbing for me. It is an emotional setback for me, because so many children came to me and they studied with me, but they had to leave with their parents.
Yeah. That's
And
how the migrant laborers, that's why they fall into the section where they have to keep going from one place to the other. And, while doing this, the children are the one who are affected at large.
Yeah. And although there are hostel facilities, government is providing hostel facilities for such children, and there are many other hostels also. They are providing good facilities. But these children, if they are not ready to go to hostel, and if their parents are not ready to send them to hostel, nobody can force them. Yes. We can't force them. So they want to stay with their parents. That is very good, Yes. But still, if they go to hostel, they will have a better life. But it is something, controversial and something.
Yes.
We can't say.
Also, they're not very confident, or trust leaving the children, apart, or maybe the children do not have, they're not very comfortable, going away from their, family and the community. I think the sense of security is missing from both the ends.
Yeah, actually, it is very natural, It is very natural. Children have to be with their parents. That is the best thing,
Yes. I totally agree. And you have been working for such a long time, with the children. I'm sure there have been many challenges that you have faced through. Would you like to share what are your key challenges through which that we could learn something?
Yeah, actually, Nilima, every day there is one new challenge, Every day there is a new challenge, and every day it gets solved, So challenges are so many, but main challenges that when parents of these children, anytime they take their children to villages, even in between the session, even if they are having exam, they don't understand, that the exam is very important for the child's education, So many times, mostly it happens that parents, they take children to the village, and then they came back after a long time. They miss so much of, class activities and studies, and that is very sad actually. And two boys, very good boys, and I took them, they joined one hostel. It is very nice, homely hostel. One priest couple is running, and they were admitted there because it was not easy to get them admitted there. They got admitted, but their parents, they took them back.
Okay. Yeah. Apart from this, which comes from the students' end, in terms of setting up your NGO, were there any major challenges when you're setting up this NGO that you faced? In terms of financial factors or support coming in from various levels, that kind of challenges have you faced?
Actually, I started on my own. I never thought that I will take help from someone. It was because it was not intentional, and it started with a few children.
Yeah.
So I never thought that I will take help. But in 2014, I started this work. I started teaching the children, and then I was financing, and whatever expenses were not that much. They were not out of our control. Yes. So we started it. But this NGO I formed in 2017 because then I came to know that I should have one registered NGO to continue this work on a higher basis, higher level. Yes. So we formed this NGO in 2017, Koshish Foundation. So main challenges were that some people, very few people came forward.
Okay.
Very few, and I call them angels. Yeah, many different, reactions of different people. But I don't blame anyone. It is their own choice and all. But I really respect those angels, who came forward, and they're very few, who came forward and they said, you are doing such work, so what we can do, So I tell them, when I need something, I will tell you, when the admission time comes, I say, okay, you sponsor one child, you just pay the fees, his full session fees. That's enough,
Okay.
So many of my friends, they do this, and other children which are not covered,
Mhm.
we finance them.
Okay, that's nice. Thank you for sharing those challenges with us. And what has been the kind of impact that you've seen on ground when these children, from the streets go to school, and now you said they are entering colleges. What has been the kind of impact?
Like basic impact is that the children who were just wandering on the streets, aimlessly, now they are going to college, they are going to school, and they are learning, they are confident now, they are doing well, and they are very happy, and parents are also very happy.
That's also an important factor to consider.
Yeah, parents are also happy. They cooperate, sometimes, but sometimes when they take the children to village, that is the problem.
Got it. Along this journey, for you personally, for you or your husband, I'm sure there would have been, many learnings, without any intention that you have started this initiative of Koshish Foundation, teaching children. Through this, what has been your greatest learnings?
Yeah, actually, I told you when I started this work, I was in depression, but as I worked with them, I learned that without being positive, you cannot help these children, you cannot do something positive.
I think that's the life mantra. I think, yeah.
Children, this job and this work has taught me to be positive all the time. Whatever situation is, I can never be negative,
That's
This is the big.
very well said.
Yeah.
Yes. Now, Dr. Z, we have covered few areas of your work and everything. Is there something you want to add on, to this conversation before we could wrap up this and move to the next segment?
Yeah, I just want to give a message, to people. Be kind, be kind to these children who don't have this advantage, like other children. So we have to take care of these children because it is their destiny, but they have the same brain, they have the same heart, So, but only financially they have this setback. So if we help them, they can come out of the poverty, and main gift is education.
Yes.
So just extend your hand, you do a small, some contribution and all. I'm not saying only money, even moral support, even if they come and teach a child, even if they teach one word, so it will help.
When you say come and teach, is there how do people what are the areas that people can come and offer support?
Yeah, like children in different classes, first thing is they need help in maths and science.
Okay.
Most important. And then English, the main thing, and like there's so many subjects.
Okay.
It depends, which child needs help in which subject.
Got it.
And for small children, they can teach all the subject, So just a little help, just once a week, once a fortnight, once a month, just extend your, hand, just help them. Even a little help will do. Yeah.
Point noted. We'll definitely, ask for help through this episode. We will do. As we are moving to the kind of a segment which I've mentioned, which is my signature Fast Five round, where I will ask you random 5 questions and where you can answer them quickly. Can we begin this?
Sure.
Yeah. What does Bangalore mean to you, Dr. Iffat?
Sorry?
What does Bangalore mean to you, Dr. Iffat?
What does Bangalore
mean to you?
What mean to me? Oh, yeah. I love Bangalore, and now Bangalore is the most important city for me, I think. And I don't want to leave, I want to be here.
That's nice. The best compliment you received from your students?
from my students.
We could take that later. Your last holiday?
It was in Mauritius.
Okay. One personality that you look up to?
Mahatma Gandhi.
Which city would you choose to, if you want to relocate, which is the city that you would want to relocate?
Bangalore.
I see the love coming toward the city. Do you want to take that question which we missed out? The best compliment that you ever received from your students? That's
Okay,
okay.
I think. Yeah. One girl, she told me that she wants to call me mom.
That's a huge thing. That is so emotional to listen to.
Yeah.
Right? Dr. Iffat, here we come to the end of Sambhashana, and I want to deep down from my heart thank you for coming and gracing our platform with your and sharing your incredible work that you've been doing. And I truly wish you and the entire team, if you have, to touch more and more lives and impact more and more people on ground.
Thank you so much, Nilma. It was an honor to be here and to talk to you. Very nice.
Yeah, wishing you all the best. And before I even let you go, can I ask you, if people want to reach out to you, what are the ways and means that people can reach out to you, be it your social medias or your contact number or your email ID? Would you like to share?
Yeah, of course. Should I tell my phone number?
Yeah.
It is 9880 601409.
All right. That's the number that people can reach out to you. Is there then social media handles that people can follow you?
Yeah. Actually, I have a special page about Koshish Foundation on my Facebook account.
Okay. All right. We'll put that up there. And also requesting all our viewers, in case that you would want to offer any kind of support to Dr. Iffat or to the foundation, reach out to her. It cannot always be money. Even your small gestures in terms of time or whatever it is, that you can always help for people like this who are contributing to great amount to the society. Thank you so much for watching this episode, and we will come back with more and more such stories. Thank you.
Thank you, Nilma. Thank you a lot.